My name's Sean Lee, I'm head coach of Scorpion MMA and I've been involved in martial arts now for about 10 years. So I started traditional martial arts about 10 years ago, trained in Taijutsu and received my black belt 2 years ago in that. Taijutsu is a martial art that combines basically karate and judo styles in a very sort of self-defense sort of atmosphere. It's worn traditionally with a gi and you have a usual sort of belt progression like you would in quite a few different traditional martial arts. I was that kid who loved Bruce Lee and martial arts films and wanted to be able to defend myself at school. And generally I just saw myself develop as a person, and that was really something that I just wanted to pursue later on in life. And even just after a few months I really realised if my instructors are helping me become a better person, like that's something that I want to do the rest of my life. And so it's something I've continued now, even as I came up to Loughborough University to do a degree. Starting off Taijutsu, we worked weapons defence. I'm trained in weapons defence, women's self-defence, women's anti-rape, some Filipino stick fighting, and we also did some different improvised weapons training. I normally try and implement that into some of my self-defence classes because often people teach knife fighting or specifically stick work, things like that, whereas improvised weapons allows people to try and adapt to the environment they're in to try and defend themselves. With my training and teaching, I try and carry a similar philosophy, and that in particular is everybody is a student. So no matter what I do, whatever martial art I've trained, and particularly coming into MMA in the last 4 or 5 years, I've realised that martial arts is evolving all the time. And also as a person you evolve, not only do you grow older and you become more mature, but also your abilities change. And so I believe that when I'm teaching someone, I need to be able to hone down on their particular skills to then make them a better person. If somebody is more confident, has better self-discipline, self-respect, and they can also respect the people that they're around, that helps them in many different environments, whether it's the workplace, training in the dojo, outside, whatever you're doing basically, you become a better person, and that's something that I've always kind of thrived in doing. So in the last 5 years, I came up to Loughborough and started my degree, and that's realistically where I really started to get into mixed martial arts. I trained a bit over at Leicester Street Fighters in Leicester, and over here we had a small club. It wasn't an affiliated club at uni. We'd get together and train. There's people of many different disciplines, and then I really tried to hone down on my skills, mixed martial arts wise, and tried to help out other people where I could. I started coaching, started up Scorpion MMA in town last year, and more specifically this year, because of different work commitments and things, I've now restricted my teaching now just to Wednesdays and Saturdays. So over the last 5 years I've had to adapt both as a fighter and as a coach, teaching people different abilities, and especially based at the university, people coming through with different martial arts disciplines, and some complete beginners that just want to get into MMA for fitness and to try and better themselves, maybe it's something to do, a bit of a hobby. So if you're in Loughborough or the surrounding area and you want to start out in MMA, or you're looking for a new team to train with, come and check out Scorpion MMA. Also don't hesitate to contact me on facebook.com/ScorpMMA.